Where you at? Shout out to all my friends and family in New York. That's what Creole people do. They go move around and stuff, so forth. How's everybody doing? Happy Monday. You can see I'm feeling good. I'm excited. It is Monday. I'm feeling great. I had a very, very restful weekend. All right. Thanks to Voodoo Ranger. I'm not going to advertise for Voodoo Ranger, but yes, I had a very, very restful weekend indeed. Didn't go out and party, just kind of rested and enjoyed a nice big brisket with my son. And, back at it. Chest and triceps workout. And about to bust a dirty 30. So I don't know what we're going to talk about today. We always talk about stoicism every day. But stoicism, stoicism helps you achieve a lot, right? Being stoic, not happy, not sad, just working, just getting it done, getting what you have to get done. Being a stoic, right? Stoicism has its values. I highly recommend reading the works of Marcus Aurelius, one of the great Stoics, if not the greatest Stoic. But yeah, Stoicism. I guess we'll be talking about Stoicism. And stick-to-itiveness, whether it be sticking to a workout routine or sticking to a class in school. I'm talking to you, Katie. I'm talking to you, and you, and Yvonne, right? I'm talking to all of you, both of you, because Kai is doing good in school. But stoicism, right? Stick-to-itiveness, tenacity, tenamus. Anyway, enjoy. Pro tip, if you want to have a really good combination of supplements for peak performance, I highly recommend Red Velvet Deer Antler Extract. Red Velvet Deer Antler Extract. That's also known by its active ingredient, which is IGF, insulin-like growth factor. Now, insulin-like growth factor is something that they do look for when you're doing professional athletic competition. Just a warning. It is a performance enhancer. It acts like insulin. It makes your body burn its own fat. You're going to find yourself craving bread and cake and brownies and cookies and beer. You're going to find yourself craving carbohydrates because your body is eating its own fats as a result of taking IGF. So you're going to get cut. You're going to feel good. But it also has a growth factor similar to human growth hormone. So it will increase the elasticity of your skin, make your skin tighter, make you look younger and feel younger. They even claim on the bottle that it has age reversal effects. Now, of course, I recommend taking it first thing in the morning on an empty stomach. Shake it up well. It's a liquid form. Put the droppers underneath your tongue. Hold it there. And then mix a hot cup of water with a little pea-sized drop of shilajit resin. Shilajit resin. I put a little bit of agave in it and a little bit of honey to make it sweeter. But just a pea-sized drop of shilajit while you're holding the IGF or the Red Velvet Deer Antler Extract under your tongue. And then drink the shilajit and wash all the rest of the Red Velvet Deer Antler Extract down with that. The fulvic acid in the shilajit helps your body to digest or to metabolize or to absorb the Red Velvet Deer Antler Extract. And just try it. I'm not going to make any health claims here. I can't. I am not a doctor, right? But just try it in combination with your favorite workout routine, right? And let me know what the results are. And of course, take your regular vitamins and minerals and whatever. I had to stop taking creatine because it makes me gain weight. love swimming. Works everything in your body, especially your heart, cardiovascular system. I have to take an inside-out approach now, right? At my age, because as a youth, as a whippersnapper, I was into bodybuilding, weightlifting, and that's good. It's good to have big muscles, big strong muscles. Resistance training is always good, especially the older you get, because losing muscle mass is one of the downsides to aging if you don't maintain it. But years and years of bodybuilding had done some damage to my discs in my vertebrae, in my spine. And so I had a few herniated discs, and I already had scoliosis. So I had a few slip discs, crushed discs, herniated discs, wedged discs, looked like pizza slices. And under an MRI, I had an MRI done at the VA. And and I also had a case of sciatica, which was really bad. So I got an inversion table, and I used 20 pounds attached to a cervical collar, two 10-pound dumbbells, believe it or not. And that has done wonders for resetting my atlas and for getting rid of scoliosis. I mean, not scoliosis. Well, maybe to a certain extent, I don't know. But definitely getting rid of my sciatica. It did definitely bring relief from sciatica. I hung upside down with cervical weights, cervical collar, with dumbbells attached to it for about 20, 25, 27 minutes. And then it finally popped. The herniated disc that was pressed against my sciatic nerve, it finally popped. And I instantly felt relief down my leg where the sciatica pain was, but I felt the pain shift to locally where the damaged or the crushed disc was. So I had to repair that, and I had to repair the rest of my spine. It took about a year hanging upside down, But during that time, I figured, I'm going to come back before I start putting that pressure from lifting weights back onto my spine, that I was going to come back into the pool. That way I can peak out on my cardiovascular health. Because as we get older, that's really like the most important thing, right? You can get high blood pressure following the bodybuilding lifestyle if you're not careful, if you don't include a lot of cardio. So now, at my age, it's an inside-out approach. Make sure the spine is erect and strong enough to sustain weights, and make sure that the cardiovascular system is good to have big muscles, but you want to be able to use them for intense endurance training. In other words, you want to be able to pump a lot of blood through them, a lot. You don't want it to be a source of suffering and pain later on. Shout out to Ronnie Coleman. All right, those of you who understand bodybuilding understand what I mean when I'm mentioning Ronnie Coleman. You don't want bodybuilding to be a hindrance to you. You want it to be a way that you can keep yourself young forever. And of course, exercise is the best way to work off stress. We're in a pretty stressful period right now in our history. Everybody's stressing on this upcoming election. So now I'm going to say all of the buzzwords that's going to get my video flagged. Like Trump, 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 Kamala, Kamala, Kamala. So now I've said the political stuff. So yeah, oh, by the way, I am a poll worker supervisor here in Southern California. So when you go to vote, you may see me in a suit at the polling place supervising. I just want to see this process up close. I've been a poll worker for a number of years in a number of elections. And at one point I was a candidate for District 24 years ago in Los Angeles. So I'm very familiar with the election system. And yes, I'm a poll working supervisor. So I got my eye on you. Anyway, where was that? Oh, that was series number 1. Let's get on to number 2. If it looks like I'm having too much fun, it's because I am. I love to swim. I love to exercise altogether. Shout out to the crew, Mika, Nicole, and Lindsay. Good morning, ladies. Happy Monday. Thank you for putting in the work. I appreciate it, and Biometrics appreciates you. Shout out to all of the former clients of the Biometrics Health Center and clients of Biomed RX CBD. Being that I'm going to be committing to hyperbaric oxygen therapy chambers that cost, well, it doesn't matter what they cost, but they weigh over a ton, then I would prefer to own the location of the health center before I commit to putting such big, heavy items into to operation. I'm going to be and actually laying down Biomed Health Center there. Keep your eyes open, right? Keep bookmarking the websites, biometrics.com and .org and .tv and .net, and subscribe, hit the like button, all of that, hit the bell for notifications, all of that good stuff. Comment, rate, share. All right. Yeah. So what was that? 2? Yeah, that was 2. Yeah. 2 of 5. 6 lap series. Yeah, so basically, back to Stoicism. You got no excuse for not educating. You become more ethical. And you hopefully, in the process of educating yourself, so that you don't spit out lies, so that you don't disrespect yourself on a daily basis and constantly spit untruths out of your mouth. You want to be taken seriously by adults in the world of adults. And so you don't want to be the type of person who doesn't value his own word and who lies on a regular. One of the most frustrating things about doing business and trying to keep it real, like with what Obama calls with the brothers, trying to keep it real, because I come across so many men who are at least partially financially dependent upon their woman, their significant other, their wife or their girlfriend or whoever, live in, whatever it is, whatever their situation is. And it's become, unfortunately, part of our matriarchal culture for men to put their hand out and accept financial help from a woman. I personally can't do it, but it is unfortunately too common of an occurrence with esteem, right? Because you have to find betraying his masculine responsibilities. And so when you're dealing with someone with lower self-esteem, like the man, than actually being the man, And so therein comes a challenge. But I still have to judge, because judging is how we efficiently go through life, right? Judge and prepare to be judged. That's how we go through life without having to learn the same lessons over and over again. So when you come across someone who does not value their word, who does not speak truth impeccably at all times, right? Then you adjust your life accordingly, and usually by distancing yourself from them, because you have nothing to gain. Yes. There it is. I finally conked my head. Y'all probably heard it. Or running. I might have after workout. You may actually. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Now, as rational objectivism is a philosophy that is basically rooted in the American system, It is an American, you could call it American philosophy. And it's that we die in a much higher class. And not only, you're expected to do better than the generations that came before you. And social class and wealth tend to be concomitant, but not always. Because, a lot of people, sometimes people win the lottery and, they waste their money because they haven't elevated the class that they choose to occupy. And it's not necessarily that money and class go hand in hand. It's just that as a person gains more power over their life, they usually become more efficacious with regard to making money, because the more money you make, the more comfortable and secure and safe and happy your life is, the more free you are, and the more choices that you have. And on the road to climbing into the social class in which you belong, and character traits, justice, productiveness, pride, along with the social class that you occupy or that you wish to occupy. And you notice that certain people, entire societies or subcultures within societies within which those families belong, can occupy a social class of people that do not hold the same values as those held by the people in the class that you occupy. So they may not value independence or honesty or integrity or justice or productiveness, and they may not really have a very high sense of pride because they don't set standards of behavior for themselves, and so they don't have anything to live up to. They don't have standards that they live up to, so they don't have a source of pride. They don't have a source of that sense of pride. And it is my desire that my children at least occupy the same social class that I do. Right? So don't be low class, you know what I mean? Don't be low class. Right? Now this is series number 4. So much blood circulates through your body and brain. And sometimes I don't. Sometimes I just like having the company. Almost done. And of course, health is wealth, right? There's no sense being wealthy if you're not healthy. Not healthy enough to enjoy it. That felt so good, I'm gonna do one more series, just for good measure. Yeah. Yes. All right. And now for you haters who are definitely counting the last 2 laps. So recap. What are we doing? Busy. Stick-to-itiveness. Setting standards for behavior. And I want you all to live lives that you can be proud of. And stick to those standards. Follow through. Right? With those standards. Feeling all pro. Oh yeah. All right. So that concludes our swim today. Thank you again for joining me. Stay tuned to this channel. Subscribe. Hit the like button. Hit the bell for notification. All of that good stuff. If you're on Facebook, like and comment as well. Share all the values of efficacy integrity, honesty, live later on, performance after training the body. Anyway, I want everyone to stay kind. As you know, kind is not only the new sexy,